Hello students. In third part of this class, we are going to deal about the poverty alleviation program Gramoday to Bharat Uday scheme. So this scheme is mainly referred for the farmers. Through such programs, farmer-oriented plans have been made to prevent loss faced by the farmers due to wild animals damaging the crops by providing them economic help to build fencing to protect the crops. Maybe the wild animals are damaging the crops. In that cases, what they will do, the government is giving the economic help for what? For the fencing to protect the crops, and also production of grass for the cattle grass production, and also at the time of crisis and or drought, in the drought season or the time of crisis, then production of grass cultivation also can be, and also many other like cattle shelter for any rain for forecasting and discovering mineral rich regions through ultra modern satellite or drone techniques. Provision is made to maintain the record of land survey. They get help in the form of availability of finance at a low rate of interest for mechanization of farming. Some kind of activity, some kind of plan they are giving through the machines and all. The finance help they are giving in the low rate of interest. Example, to produce tractor and mini tractor, help the form of subsidy, help in construction of water tank, improving quality of plantation crops, computerization in agriculture, finance society, set up new testing laboratory for production of cotton, pulses, spices, management to see that farmers get a suitable price, making ponds deep by removing soil from them, increasing drops and size, construction of farm ponds, cleaning the canals and reservoirs for water shortage and increasing their length, resettle of water tank and repairing of check dams and increasing water shortage capacity, etc. So in all the ways they are giving some kind of financial help to the farmers in a low rate interest, so that farmers may get employment during the time apart from farming. At the same time, permanent property is set up in the rural area. The central as well as state government have tried to save farmers from debt by helping them through these schemes. So whenever these farmers will be in the trouble or in the debt condition, so they are giving through this scheme financial help. The third point we will see that Dindadai Ubadhyay Gramjyoti Yojan. This plan is an effort to supply electricity to the rural area without any hindrance. So, in the rural area, they must get the electricity 24 into 7, 24 hours that they must get the what is it in the electricity, a day and night, means day and night, full time they must get the electricity. For what? Providing electricity at homes and farms at a concessional rate, load down new lines to take electricity facility for 18,000 villages which do not have the electricity. Some kind of what is it in the electricity facilities also given. Setting up new electricity substations and helping farmers by providing subsidy to purchase equipments for agriculture sector. Through the electricity they can do some agriculture work also, so that poor farmers may get a support to increase income. Subsidy is also provided for obtain electricity through solar energy and to purchase solar technical equipments. Fourth one, see that subsidy under the scheme Vanbandhu Kalyan Yojan for all round development of Adivasi in all the level. So must to get the what is it in the help or as a subsidy to the Adivasi people. Adivasi women are provided with the training and guidance for livestock rearing under comprehensive dairy development employment scheme. So one of the guidance they are getting from the trainers. For the development of creeper crops in agriculture and plantation, creeper crops cultivation in the agriculture as well as in the plantation, for constructing pavilions or the pandals, organic farming, grading and packaging, etc. Samras hotels and Samrat ashrams are also established. So this is also established through this. Next we say that encouragement to organic farming. Encouragement to organic farming. In this, helping farmers in registration, paying fees, helping in purchasing farm products, then encouragement for training and education of farmers, finance at low rate arrangement for setting up proper market, etc. So financial help also they are getting. Training and education for farmers, finance at low rate arrangement for setting up proper market. Along with the environment protection and the reduction in the expenditure in agriculture sector are the major objective of this scheme. So in the agriculture sector they are getting some kind of the schemes or a help from the government. Next we'll see that Chief Minister Village Road Scheme. Under this planning is done regarding work related to roads. Village panchayat were held to connect villages with one another through the roads and highways. Program like the construction of toilets are implemented. So the village roads are connecting to other in the roads like through the roads and highways. Also the toilet implementation. So seventh one is Ma Annapurna Yojana. Under this program, absolute poor families and people living below poverty live in cities and villages are given 35 kg food grains per family every month. So, in a family they are getting 35 kg food grains every month by Gujarat government, which is proved free of cost, and poor people of middle class are given 5 kg food grains at a low rate, because this is only for the poor people. So what is the cost of this, what is it in the 35 kgs of what is it in the rice per kg 5 rupees. So in the low rate they are getting, in which wheat is given at a cost of 2 rupees for kg, for rice 5 kg, for rice 5 rupees for 1 kg, for wheat is 2 rupees for 1 kg. Rice 3 per kg at a fair price shop. In the ration shop and the fair price shop they are getting in a 3 rupees shop. 3.82 crore people who have covered under this scheme get the benefit of the food security, because of which a large sum of money spent on food will be saved. So around 3.82 crore people are living or taking this kind of scheme in a fair price shops. Objective behind it is to bring happiness on the face of people, because they would be spending their saving to purchase their things and improve their of living standard. Otherwise what happen, what are the things they are earning, it may not help for the future days. That is why, so in the low price they can be buy the things, so they can get an happiness, and also some kind of saving also will be there hands, so that improve their living standard. Eighth point is Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Objective of this scheme is to stop migration of the people from the village to city. For this, members of the parliament improve education, health, employment facilities in the village adopted by this in their consistency. What happened? Main objective of this scheme is, what is that? Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana scheme is stop the migration of the people from village to city. The village people are in the migrating to cities. So stop that one, and that is why they are improving through education, health and employment facilities to the village people. Thus they set up ideal village other than this to create permanent public asset, to develop opportunities for good life, rural upliftment, taking care of cultural heritage, creating opportunities for employment through social harmony, increase the human development, etc. The ninth point we will see that Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is MANREGA, MANREGA. That is very important every year. In the question they are asking one of this question, either Mission Mangalam or Mahatma Gandhi National employment guarantee, that is Magnera or Ma Annapurna Yojana. So one of this alleviation program you may get in the exam time. Employment oriented, then Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act program has become popular with the slogan "Our Village, Our Work" along with a reasonable price. That was the one of the slogan is there. So along with the slogan, this is the condition. Objective of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act is to enhance livelihood for families or adults living in a rural area of state who can do physical labor through unskilled but are willing to work. So all can work. Even though they are unskilled, but they can willingly work in the rural area. For this purpose, one person from every family is guaranteed wage employment for at least 100 days. That is 7 hours per day. In a day, 7 hours in a financial year. The government has fixed the wage rate according to it pays daily wages. If after asking for work, government fails to provide employment, then as per rule, government has to pay unemployment allowance. So that is why if any people is not having any type of work, they are giving the allowance to the people, those who do not have the work. In this work like work for development of village, construction of personal toilets, personal wells, work leveling the land plane, horticulture, labor work in Indira Awas Yojana, cattle shed, making organic manure, shade for cocks and goats, yard for drying fish, cleaning of canal, work related to water storage, tree plantation on roads and roads are included. So many works are included for the construction for this kind of improvement. By guaranteeing definite wage-based employment from these to every family, government tries to improve living standard of poor people under this program. So next we will see that Mission Mangalam. Through this program, state government has united women from families living below poverty line in Sakhi Mandal or self-helping groups. So self-helping group or Sakhi Mandals are there. So for what purpose? Those who are living in below poverty line. So that is one of the program is taken by the government. Here they are given skill-based training so that they may generate employment for themselves through household industries, circle and come out of the vicious circle of poverty by preparing puppet, pickle, agarbadi or incense stick. So that is why they can do some work because here there are the skill-based training are given. So through that they themselves they can do some of the work in the household industries or in the areas, or they can go out of the area, so they can work there like a puppet making, pickle making and a agarbadi or a incense stick making. The 11th point is Datopan Tejdi Vyaja Sahai Yojan. Through this scheme, government provides loan to artisans of handicrafts and handloom cottage industries at a low rate of interest to purchase raw materials. See, it is mainly related to the industries. So they are giving the scheme. They are providing the loan to these are the people like an artisans of handicraft and handloom cottage industries in a low rate. 12th point is Jyoti Gramoday Vikas Yojana. Objective of this plan is to provide self-employment opportunities to the unemployed in the rural area to increase the income and set up industry by giving them economic help and subsidy for establishing industrial plant, implements, electricity, land, etc. So mainly through this Jyoti Gramoday Vikas Yojana, they are giving the self-employment, providing the self-employment in the opportunities to the unemployed people. So what they are doing, so for what purpose? To increase the income of the area, rural areas, and set up the industry by giving the economic help and also giving the subsidy for establishment of the industrial plant, implements, electricity, land, etc. With the new idea of Startup India, government provides training, free electricity, land and economic help to the unemployed youth who are interested in setting in up industry. So they are giving all type of help. So one of the vision is there, one of the idea is there, Startup India. So government is giving the training and also free electricity, land and economic help to the unemployed youth. The last point we can see that, what is that? Okay, one more is there, sorry, 13th one. Bajpai Bankable Yojana. Bajpai Bankable Yojana. So under this program, urban and rural unemployed of age group of 18 to 65 who are educated till 4th standard are given the training. So at least 4th standard studies are enough. So from the age of 18 to 65, so they are giving the some kind of job training so that they may set up industry or carry or traditional craft. They are also given finance of fixed amount so that they may generate self-employment, so that they can give some kind of financial help is giving so they can start some of the self-employment. The last point is agro-business policy 2016. Through agro-business policy. Through agro-business policy 2016 state government has implemented plan to provide employment to 10 lakh people by setting up agro-food processing unit along with the helping in export of processed food products so that poverty may be reduced. Some kind of job purpose, the employment is given for what? The 10 lakh people by setting up agro-food processing unit along with the help in export of the processed food products so that poverty may be reduced. So these are the 14 points given for the poverty alleviation programs. Next we will see that one of the important point, unemployment. Unemployment means not having the work or job. Among current problem of India, problem of unemployment is crucial. It is crucial means very big or more. The many people are not having the job or work. Poverty originates due to unemployment. This is a long-term problem and has got deep rooted in economy. So this unemployment is one of the main problem of the country. Maximum countries of the world are facing problem of unemployment. Many countries, not only our country, many countries having this same problem, then unemployment problem. So what is the meaning of unemployment? One who is adult, whose age is 6 to 16 years, who is ready to work at the prevalent market rate of wages, has energy and qualification to work, who is in search of work but is not getting work, such a person is said to be unemployment. So unemployment means the adult person from 15 to 60 years. They don't have any work. Maybe they are educated, energy is there, qualification is there, but still not getting the work. Such a person is known as that unemployed. Such a type of condition in group is called unemployment. So the group of people, the people do not have the job, so that people or that group is known as that unemployed group or the unemployment. Such an unemployment which has to be faced mandatory is called employment against her wish. Then if people who demand wages more than prevalent market rate, who are not in age group of 15 to 60, who are handicapped, weak, sick or old, lazy, housewife, those who are not willing to work in spite of being capable are not considered as unemployed. So we cannot tell that all are unemployed. So which are the people? The handicapped people, they are not able to work it. Maybe the hands are not there, the legs are not there, maybe they are not able to sit. That are the people as a handicap. The weak people, they do not have the health. The sick people, the old people, the lazy people, and also the housewife, those who are working as a house mother. So these people are maybe having not any type of job. So these people we cannot consider as the unemployed group. So they are, many people are this 15 to 16, their age group is not in this age group, and also that being as a handicraft, weak, sick and old. See, these are the people not we cannot consider as the unemployed. So next we will see that there are 6 type of unemployment. So this is very important one. So types of unemployment. The first one is, the following are the types of unemployment in India. The first one is seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment, depend on the season. Due to lack of irrigation facilities, irregularity in rainfall and lack of alternative employment, farmers have to be remain unemployed for 3 to 5 months in India. This is called seasonal unemployment. They have to wait for the season. Maybe irrigation facility not there, the proper rainfall is not there, and also lack of alternative employment. So one or in other job. So these people are, maybe these people are remaining or they are not having the job from 3 to 5 months in India. This is called seasonal unemployment. Next one is frictional unemployment. When new technology is introduced in place of old technology, laborers remain unemployed for some time. This is called frictional unemployment. What is the problem? When new technology is introduced in the place of old machinery. Now we can understand for example, the tractor. The tractors are using for plow our land. So before how we are plowing our land with the axe and the human activity. So it will take a lot of time. They are all having the work in the in the land. So they are working in the places. So they are also, that also one of the thing. But happen this, because of new technology is introduced in place of old technology, laborers remain unemployed. Instead of these people, they are using the technology. So in this condition, people become as the jobless or the unemployed. So this condition, or this is called as that a frictional unemployment. Instead of the human labor, they are using the technology. The third point is that what? The structural unemployment. Indian economy is backward and orthodox. Social backwardness, traditional orthodoxy, customs, illiteracy and lack of structural facilities are responsible for structural unemployment. So these are the some of the reason for the structural unemployment. So what happened? Some kind of what is it in the some kind of Indian economy, already we know that in the backward and orthodox only. Social backwardness, some kind of social backwardness is the traditions of the orthodox, is the customs, illiteracy, many things we are looking on, and lack of structural facilities are also responsible for the structural unemployment. We are waiting for the structure. Then fourth one is disguised unemployment. Disguised means what is it? To assume. Sometimes more than required number of workers are involved in an occupation, even if a few laborers are removed from work. No decrease is recorded in total production. So these extra laborers are said to be unemployed in disguised way. So because they are that set apart, because maybe for example, before it was 100 people. Now no need of that 100 people. Then for 60 or 70 can do the same work in the same production. So in that cases, the around 30 people are set apart from this group. So that is why these people remain as the disguised unemployment, because they are extra for the work. Next one is industrial unemployment. In the industrial field, if anyone has to remain unemployed for short term or long term due to change taking place in industrial sector, such a situation is called industrial unemployment. Maybe in the industrial field, they are anyone has to remain unemployed for what? For short time or long time. For what is the reason? Due to change taking place in the industrial sector. In the industrial way, some of the changes are happening. So that time they have to remain as the unemployed. So this condition is known as that industrial unemployment. The last point is that educated unemployment. If a person has obtained at least secondary education or degree and is unemployed is called educated unemployed. They are educated but not having any type of job. So this person is known as that educated unemployment. For example, in the exam time they may ask write about the difference between industrial unemployment and educated unemployment, or structural unemployment, or diffused unemployment. So you must know that which are the ways. So there are 6 type of unemployment. So you have to learn very nicely. So students, in this part we have seen that poverty alleviation programs and what is unemployment, also the types of unemployment we have seen. So study well. So thank you for listening my class.